This is the I Love Success podcast. I'm Peter Jarboh, and I have made a vow to myself to help as many people as possible to achieve their dreams. Let's get started. Hey guys, and welcome back to the I Love Success podcast. I am super excited today because I have a friend, a fellow martial artist, and just an incredible human being here today. For you that haven't met him, his name is Chinzo Machida, and he's from Brazil, lives in Lomita, California now, runs his Machida Karate Academy with his brother, Lyoto. He has done martial arts since he was a kid. He's a vice world champion, multiple Brazilian champion in karate, MMA fighter, and just a hard worker. And I'm super excited to be here with you today, Chinzo. So welcome.
Thank you, Peter. Thank you so much for inviting me to participate in your podcast, Love Success. So I follow some interview that I did it's a great podcast. Congratulations as well. And for me, it's a pleasure to be here to share some words with your people.
Thank you so much. Can we just start talking a little bit about, there's a lot of change going on in the world. And I know that you made a big move in your life a couple of years ago when you moved from Brazil to the US. Can you just talk about that? How was it to come to a new country and starting to build a life? What was the hardest things?
Yeah, first, that I felt is a language barrier, because in Brazil, you don't speak English as a second language. You have some schools that teach you English, but not the same as you live in native English country. So I came here a few times before I decided to move to the United States, but this is for a short time. For example, I came here to do the seminar. I came here to follow my brother because the most of the fights from UFC, it was in the United States, but I stayed only 2 weeks, and it's time to go back to Brazil. So I had some experience before I decided to come, but this is not enough to learn the English properly. And when I came here with my whole family, my wife, and at the time 2 kids, the language barrier is one of the things that I really struggle to have a good life in the United States. So for me, it is one of the biggest barrier that I found, that I faced in the United States 5 years ago when I came here in 2015.
Yeah, and how do you work with that? Because I know for myself, when you can't express yourself, sometimes it's very difficult, right?
So I came here with one purpose. I came here to build a Machida Karate methodology about how to make it karate is see as a self-defense and see as an effective martial arts and practical martial arts. So since when I have the goal, so for me this kind of any barrier that I found, I feel as a challenge. But when you have the goal, you have the purpose of your life, everything's make more sense. To continue, even when you struggle, you continue that. But I remember a few times when I arrived here, I try to do the simple thing, for example, put the cable TV at my home. So how can I do that? So I call to the cable company, and I couldn't speak. And they said, "You speak Spanish?" No, I speak Portuguese. It's Spanish. It is a kind of similar words, but different. If you don't speak fluently Spanish, it's very hard to make them understand. And I try to talk in English, but they don't understand. They didn't understand all the time. So they turn they hang out the phone. Okay, I'm sorry, I cannot help you. But and I call again and call again. And after like a 3, 4 times, one lady, she found what I would like to say. I say, oh, you wanna okay, but yes, yes. And she helped me and put the TV. So every time at the beginning was a struggle, like not in the first time I I have a success when the simple thing that I'd like to do. You know? I have to like do 1, 2 eyes, 3 times, 4 times, because I have my brother that's already live here, but each one has your own life. You know, they are friends, but there is some personal things, there's some personal, you have to solve by yourself. Otherwise, if you have a manager, if you have like a very good friends, they can help you, but not all the time. Because if all the time you ask them to do something, you're gonna be the annoying guy. You know, this guy all the time he asks me to do. You have to follow your own pace, and you have to try, and you have to be courage to challenge everything. So that's I learned, and I get this. I got this example from my father, because my father, he's a Japanese. He's graduate in civil engineer in Japan. And when he was 22 years old, he decided go to Brazil. Decided go to Brazil, and he didn't speak any word in Portuguese. No, at least I speak some word in English before I came to decide here. But my father is a total different Portuguese from Japanese. So if I remember that, right? Oh, if my father could survive, why I cannot? Because he didn't speak anything. So and my father said, no, you have to, doesn't care. No, you cannot, doesn't care. Oh, people say, no, follow, just move on, move forward and do it. No, and that's exactly what I did. And I started studying English with the summer. He's a very good English instructor, English teacher. I learned a lot from her. But also, if you have a teacher, is important, but teacher is not gonna teach you everything. Most of word and most of everything you're gonna learn by yourself. You're gonna learn by your own experience. You know, this is the life.
What was the hardest thing for you? What was the hardest moment in your move? Because you're coming from a place where everybody knows your name, everybody knows who you are, you're a champion. And then you come to a completely new place where basically no one knows who you are. Like, what was the hardest thing for you starting over this journey?
Yeah, there is one point is like the financial thing is one point, because when I came here, the difference between the Brazilian economy and the United States is a little bit huge. For example, in Brazil you have a real, and here you have a dollar. So like a practice, like $1 is the same of 3 reals. You know? So the value of the real is not so the same value of the dollar. The dollar is too much value. So your money is here doesn't value too much. So when I came here, I can survive like for 1 year without work. But when you see the money is like not, you see the money is at every month, you see the money is not that amount that you have before. You have before. You see every month you get your reserve that you save your savings. You take money from there, and I don't teach enough, to have a lot of students to pay my bills, to do like to rent my apartment. When you see this kind of thing, you're gonna be like you're gonna struggle as well. So even have like a name in Brazil, you know that, but it's a new life. It's a new life when you come to the different country. Unless you have some income that doesn't come from this like not necessary. For example, if you're a professional fighter, doesn't matter if you live in Florida, if you live in California, if you live in Brazil, you're gonna fight for one organization and the money is gonna come, right? So this probably is not gonna be so. But when you have to build a business, you have to have some monies that you have to keep safe, and you have to control these savings that you already did. But also, when you see the money less, and you have to work to not spend your own money with the pay the bills and everything. So that's I felt a lot, but I did like all the things to make my goal, make my purpose life. You know? For example, I drive at the first 2 months when I was here. I drive Uber, and I to get more money. You know, I start teaching one class a day because I didn't have space to teach. So this kind of thing, I I did. But when you have like the goal, everything's make like not so struggle because you know where you are, but you know where you go. So that's I know this is gonna be a passage, not gonna be for life. So I passed that when I arrived here like 2 months ago. I did like some like a Uber and the other things to make money, but after 2 months, everything is like going better and better. And you open the business, you open this academy, and I start fight to Bellator. So I do the other things that make me more in my pace, in my way that I supposed to come here.
Yeah, I love that. And also it's a great realization for people to understand that sometimes you have to start over and do things that might not be directly on your path, but it helps you on the path and keep the vision in your mind. Can we talk about Bushido? What does Bushido mean to you, and how can a regular person who doesn't do karate and doesn't do martial art, how can Bushido help them?
Bushido help you like help the persons, the people in the different ways. You know? For example, we have the values of Bushidos. We have the values. What the values is like courage, is respect, honesty, and gratitude. So this kind of value, they have 7 values that is making your base, make your the core value. That's very important to keep your way, because when you have a difficult time, you're gonna come to your values, and let's see if your actions is not gonna be against your values. So that's is important to keep the values in your mind. As a company, the company has to have their own values, and all employees have to follow this value. Once they not follow the values, it doesn't worth to keep them there. So the same, you have some good times in our life, but also you have some difficult times in our life. So you have to keep the values in your mind to keep you way and to keep moving forward, but with the value that is so important. Otherwise, you're gonna be like you're gonna be missing yourself in the during your journal. So the value is so important. And the Bushido also, they have 3 states of mind that is very important to understand. That is a state of mind is the way you prepare your mind to challenge and to achieve your goals and the different ways. For example, you have the Zanshin. Zanshin is means to be aware, is awareness. Well, aware of what? Aware with the uh, be ready. Aware is be ready. Forget another opportunity, forget a big opportunity, or to be aware for something bad not happen to you. For example, you go to, you drive, so your gas is not full, your gas is almost empty. So this is, you have to be in Zanshin. Zanshin, you have to stop to the gas station, put your gas. Otherwise, if you are, no, a little bit more, I'm gonna go a little bit more. And could happen you stop in the middle of the road, the middle of the, the traffic. So this you didn't have Zanshin because you not prepare yourself to keep going. So you have to stop, you have to get the bus, or you have to get the Uber or taxi, stop at the gas station, get the gas station, or you have to call to the company to like to bring you your cars, to tow you your cars. So this you don't have Zanshin. But also Zanshins work for the opportunity. When you see something, you're gonna get this opportunity. This is the same for the fight. When you punch, you have to be ready to defend yourself. Otherwise, the guy is gonna counter and you punch, or I hit him, and you, oh, I hit him, and you relax, and the guy is gonna punch you. Yeah. But also, Zanshin, that you hit, the guys accuse the technique, and you stop. You didn't get the opportunity to continue to finish that fight. So this is Zanshin. Also, you have Mushin. Mushin is a state of mind that you not judge. Less ego inside you. Not judge, oh, this guy is so strong. Oh, this guy is weak. Oh, there's so many people watching me. How can I fight if so many people watching me? Oh, if I make a mistake, what's going to happen? It's a judgment. When you have a judgment in your mind is full of judgment. And you're not ready to act and not ready to react. Also, you have think first and create the hesitate in your mind. When you hesitate, the time is changed and you miss the opportunity. So this is Mushin. Mushin, when you fight, you just see the opportunity to get your technique. Not worry about if you're gonna win or lose, no. And this make you have when you have a confidence, you be ready to apply this Mushin. And Fudoshin is, imagine you are in the fight, you get a beat up, the guys hit you, the guys smash you. Fudoshin is a state of mind that you not break mentally. You get a beat up physically, but mentally, you still there in the fight as the same way you not get a beat up. So the mental is ready and not effective, not broke mentally, and you be ready to revert the situation because you not break mentally. When you broke mentally, if you break mentally, everything's make harder to make you go to survive, to make you achieve your goal, to make you revert the situation because you already broke mentally. So these three states of mind, I'm going to repeat: Zanshin, Mushin, Fudoshin. This is a Bushido state of mind that is very important to take this mindset to bring to our everyday life. It's not easy. It's simple. It's not easy. But if you practice every day, you can be better every day.
Yeah, thank you for sharing that. I think that's amazing. It is the way of the warrior. One thing that I wanted to discuss with you is that, living with Bushi, sometimes it's easier when life is going well, right? When you're succeeding. Then it's easy to have courage, to be honest, and to do all these things. But when things are not going well, it's easy to do the bad things that you know are wrong. What do you want to say to those people that are constantly they know what's right, but they're constantly making the wrong decisions because they think it's a shortcut?
Yeah, that is important to mention because this is going to bring you the happiness. The happiness could be do the right things, do the things that you have to do right. But to do the things you have to do, the right things, you have to have a courage. If you don't have a courage, let's help this.
I like it. It looks good.
As good because the lights here. Yeah, the next time when it turn off by itself. No?
Yeah.
I'm gonna let this. So yes, do the things right is very important. Sometimes you tend to do not so the right they have to do the right things, but the happiness comes from this kind of attitude. When you do the right things, you do what you have to do, you need the courage. The courage give you the honor. The honor give you the better self-esteem. When you have the better self-esteem, you're gonna be happy because you follow the all things. But when you miss one of these value, you miss one of the things that you should do, you tend to suffer more. For example, if you see that sometimes the people has depressions, anxiety, and they think that they make it more nervous. And for example, you should do one thing. For example, the simple thing: somebody gives something to you and you didn't like. You would like to say to these persons one thing, but you didn't have courage to do that. You say, no, no, if I do this, the guy is gonna do that. So you didn't do what you should do. And this is coming to your mind. This is still going to your mind. You're never gonna digest this thing. It's gonna be there. So this is gonna make you not have happy in your life, because the simple thing is still in your mind all the time. You never release that thing. But when you create courage, okay, this is bother me, this thing, I'm gonna talk to him, I'm gonna say to him. Doesn't matter if you're gonna like or not. I create courage, I'm gonna talk to him, and you talk, and this thing is gonna release you from your mind because you did what you should do. So this is gonna give you the courage you did, and honor. Honor to who? To them? No, to yourself. And that's gonna make you grow your self-esteem because you feel more confidence. When the self-esteem comes to you, you're gonna feel more happiness. You're gonna feel more happy about your life. And this is gonna walk through your life as you you not have to do something to other. How can I say? Like you not own. I own this guy. No, because your life is simple and you do what you have to do.
No, I love that. And as you know, my father is my sensei, and I've been learning this my whole life. And it's sometimes, I got to be honest with you, Chinzo, sometimes it's hard to follow that path because there are always different opportunities testing you if you're going to go the easy way, especially when life is not the way you want it to be. But I know every time when I do the right thing, even if I lose short term, I know that I can sleep well, and long term, it always comes back to me.
Yeah. So that's, I saw a lot of my father is our mentor, not only me, but I see my brothers, all the time, see the example from my father and try to follow his attitude and everything. And what I see my father today, he's 74 years old. He's a karate master. Now he taught many students, including me and my brothers. And he built a lot of champions in karate, but also his seminar is crowned, is packed, because he talked about also the philosophy behind karate. But not just talk, his attitude, you can see he's very calm. And today he has a good life. But one thing that I really like to love his attitude is his calm. He's not worried about something. Or, for example, now in Brazil, the coronavirus, the pandemic is huge. Many people, almost 50% of the population is getting that. And my father is very calm. He's 74 years old. He's getting old, but still youth. And he said, no, I'm okay. No, I'm not worried too much. For sure, I have to take care of myself, but he's okay. And he didn't, you don't see his worry about, okay, Daddy, what about the dojo? Because dojo is closed. Dojo is closed, it's okay. I have some savings, but I can survive until 1 year and a half if the academy is still closed. And after that, I don't know. Are you, when the time is getting closer to that, I try to like pay attention about more this. No, I have my Zanshi, he said, let's see what's going on. So this is give him not urgency. No, oh, no. He's calm. Give him the timing to thinking, oh, if this thing happen, how can I proceed? How can I do something with the not under pressure, the calm, because he prepared himself to be ready, and he can handle this because he's in good situation, but his mind is not desperate for that. So he's calm, and what's gonna happen? His attitude is gonna be with more percentage to be in the right way. If you're under pressure, you tend to be get a wrong action, and your life is gonna get in the different direction because you took the wrong action. And I see my father because he's like a samurai. Okay, he see as a each breathing is the life. The life is one breathing. Another breathing is another life.
Yeah.
So that's the see, what does it mean? Be present. Be present to live the present. For sure, you need to plan your life, but not all the time thinking the future. So that's the way I saw my father. It's not easy. I try to follow him. It's not easy. I try to follow him, but it's not complicated. We complicate ourselves, So that's thing. But you talking about this, the value. I saw yesterday the video. I think in YouTube video. My daughter, my older daughter, came to me, Dad, see this video. You're gonna like this video. And this video is about two kids. One guy is very famous on YouTube, I think. He give it a value for the kids or for the adults about the value of the life. And I really like this is about honesty. Two girls is about 14 years old. They saw in the store, in the glass of the store, no, the front of the store. How can I say that in English? What you see there? And you in the sidewalk and you see some dress.
Yeah.
You see through the glass. How can I say this? In Portuguese, say vitrine. I don't know.
I don't know.
You saw the two dress, right?
Yeah.
Oh wow, how much money you have? So the dress is cost about $100. So now I have only $20. And about you? I have $40. Oh, now you cannot buy this. And they turned and they found the wallets, the old wallets on the sidewalk. Oh, let's see this. Oh, you found that. One girl followed this. And the short girl. And the tall girl is, oh, you follow, let's open. When they open, there is a ID card and there is maybe $60 inside. Oh, they saw that. Oh, okay. And the little girl said, oh, yes. Oh, let's give this to the owner because the address is here in his ID card. Let's go. No. And the tall one said, no, $60 plus $40 and you have $20. Let's buy this dress. And the little one said, no, this is not our money. I said, no, but you need that. You see, this is to buy the dress. How you found these wallets in front of us and in front of this dress? This is our money. I said, no, this is not our money. This is the ID card is here. The money is here. You don't know. Let's give it to the owner. I'm not going to do that. No, the tall one said, no, let's buy this. You see, the dress is beautiful and this. No. Said, and she start go to in front of the owner, the address that she saw, and they playing, give the
doorbell, yeah.
Yeah, the doorbell, boom. And the big one said, no, hey, please, no, no. And they took the money, like they took some money, no, and hold the money from the wallets, the tall girl. And she said, no. And she get her own money, the little one had her own money and put inside of the wallet because the tall girl took some like a $20 from there to try to buy the dress. And she put you on, okay, even you not try to do, you still wanna take my money, I'm gonna put my money there because to make more, like a more value to him. And the guy opened the door, say, oh, thank you for these wallets. He said, oh, thank you, yes, I give it to you, thank you. And they opened the wallets, all money, they still have money. So I lost this wallet. So this wallet is very important for me. Not about the money, but the wallet, because, and they count the story. My father is a military. So he went to the war and he passed away there. No? And only thing they found is this, my father's wallet. And I missed this wallet like 2 weeks ago. And now you bring this wallet. So this will represent a lot for me. So I want to give to you this present. He gave $100. And the girl didn't expect that. The girl say, oh, no, I don't need that. I came here because I think this is the right thing to do. No, this is not my wallet. I saw the wallet and I want to give to you this. I said, no, this is a gift because, and he told her the story about this. So please, this is the minimum that I can give to you because this represents much more than I pay to you. This not give a value, financial value for me. I can pay like a 2,000, 3,000 sometimes because this wallet represents for me. This is for my dad. And this is all like a memory that I got from him since when he left from my house. So you see, they honest, they give the value, give the more value for both. For him, the senior, the guy, and for the lady, because he didn't expect to receive the $100 money, but he gets much more. And also, she keep the principle of the life, the value of the life. And the big one, the tall girl, learned from that. Okay, you're right. I'm so sorry for that. And she give the money back to the little girl. And they go, okay, now I know, I understand. The little girl touch to the tall girl. Now I know you always learn the life this. So the honesty is one of the value. Yeah. So this is do the right things at the end of the story, at the end of the thing, you're gonna get the result. And if you not get the result, at least you do the right thing that you're supposed to do. I think this is more about inside than outside.
No, I love that. And I think that ties in so much into Bushido. And, doing the right thing, it is difficult, right? But when you do it, you also show other people what's right or wrong. And I think there's so much now with like podcasts, everybody's telling everybody what to do, but the only true way is to show it day after day. And be, for example, if you're a karateka, being in the dojo every day, if you are a father, being at home with your family, showing is much more important than saying, right? I want to talk about success because I'm trying to redefine success. You know that. What's your definition of success? Because we see in the Western world, we see that it's always tied into, money and all of those things, which is great. But what do you think is real success for you?
Real success is about the combination. You have to, like the balancing, everything is make you have a success. So for me, success is the balance. When you have a balance in your life, that's gonna make you have a success. For example, if you have a goal, like a professional goal, is a one kind of part of your life. But you have also the personal life. You have also the personal. So you have to combine those aspects to have the success. Because in one point, maybe in professional career, you have a success, but your families was destroyed. So this is not make you a human as a human being, is a complete success people, success person. I think this is a combination of the personal life and the professional life and achieve what you put your goal to achieve and you get that. For me, this is a success. And even you not get that, the way your journey, do your best every day in your life, this is a success. Because sometimes you not achieve your goal, but your journey is very important. For example, let's see the fighters. The fighters, like I want to be a UFC champion, for example. They're gonna get that, they're gonna train hard, they're gonna keep move, they're gonna try to do their best, they're gonna almost get that. But he didn't get that, and he getting old, he getting older and old. So he cannot say, "Oh, I'm not succeed because I didn't achieve my goal." No, he didn't succeed to achieve probably that goal, but his journey is very important. The journey is very important because that journey he got the experience, he got his like the experience that he can contribute with the society, they can contribute with the family, they can contribute with the kids. So sometimes the goal that doesn't come to him, but the goals come through him. So sometimes, for example, one guy want to be a UFC champion. Sometimes not come from him. Sometimes come from his students because he's getting old. He's not have a time enough to get this success, to have this goal achievement. You know. So by come for his students because he trained hard, he had a lot of experience, so he can contribute that experience to his students, and his students maybe gonna get the UFC champion. You're gonna become a UFC champion.
How
Why?
do you, as
Because the success happened. You know?
Yeah. But how do you deal with that? Let's say you put your heart and soul into a goal and you don't achieve it. The first thing we do as human beings is feel disappointed. We feel less. We feel like, why didn't I achieve this? How do you turn that into something positive and enjoyable instead of like feeling like a loser for the rest of your life?
I think you have to change the mindset to see for the other point of view, to see like how that you contribute with your experience. For example, I want to be a world champion in karate, in JKA. So I train very hard. I spend my time in the academy many, many years. So when I get the opportunity in 1980, I participate. I didn't qualify. The second, third fight, I lost. I participate in the 2000 in Japan. I didn't qualify. The fourth fight, I lost. I participate in 2006. Oh, this is my year. I participate. I beat 7 people, 3 Japanese guys, and I went to the final with another Japanese. So I lost by decision, like 3 points to him, 1 point for me. Now I was second place, 2006. So at the moment, I was disappointed. Why? Because I think, oh, I could be a champion. Oh, if I change a little bit more, if I get like a better, I could be a world champion. But with the time, you have to digest that and see the different point of view that you can, like, the journal is so important. What my journal? Because even the guys are UFC champion today or in the past, After a few years, he's not more a champion. What's important in their life? Is still the belt? No. It's important the present, what they are doing now, how they are doing now. No, and he not contribute fight anymore. He has to contribute what they are doing at the moment. So this already passed. So if you like still put your mind, your disappointment, oh, I couldn't do that, you're not gonna be present. You're gonna be in the past. No, I should do that. I should, or if I was a champion. No, this everything passed. So be present is make you have more happiness.
Yeah, I love that. And why do you think there's so many champions in sports overall and business people that live in the past and ruin their future? We see a lot of them that don't adjust, that started drinking, that ruin their family. Why do you think that is? And if they would come to you, how would you help them?
If how, what are the questions, please?
So why do you think a lot of athletes that have been past champions, or why do you think they still in the past and not living a good life now? We see a lot of them, unfortunately, doing drugs, drinking.
And yeah, because they think their life is like a not finished, but the prime moment is past. Actually, the prime moment is the moment you are living now. So that's the thing. Sometimes the prime moment about your professional, yes, maybe past for one point, but you can build your present moments to make your life is good, to give a value, because this comes from the ego, Some before every time oh, hey Shinzo, how's going on? Because you carry your position. People like sometimes not you. People like your position. Oh, this guy is this, but it's important. The self-knowledge every day is important, because if you're not training your self-knowledge, you're not training your own knowledge every day, when your positions finish, you think you are nobody, you are not anyone. Oh, who I am, because you always heard the noise from outside. You not learn, you not listen inside. You not listen to yourself. And that's make you go to the alcohol, drugs, because there's a lot of noise in your mind. You always learn, you always listen outside. You're not training your self-knowledge. You are not training is your inside feeling to make you better. You always judgment, you sometimes you too much like an ego. But this everyone has this. I have this as well. It's for everybody. If you are not practice, if you are not training this, you tend to go in wrong way, in a different way, and the happiness not come to you. This everybody tend to, you are, how can I say, you are subject, you are exposed actually to everything. So every day you have to appreciate the life, you have to be gratitude, and also you have to try to do the right things. So I think this is important. And in Portuguese, there is one word they say present. Present is a gift in Portuguese, a gift. I don't know in English if the same.
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
The present is a gift. So be present is a gift. So what you did is good. You'll be a UFC champion. You already achieve your goal as a business. But if you don't give the next step, if you don't live the moments, you're not gonna be happy, and you're not gonna give a value where you are. Always gonna be in the past. Always gonna be in the future. So for that, you have to pray. You have to appreciate. You have to how can I say, give a value for the moments of your life. And especially now it's very difficult because you have the cell phone. And all the time, sometimes you look the other lives. Oh, this guy do this. And you sometimes, even like, for example, me, I talked to my wife yesterday, and she said, no, Shinzo, I think sometimes you need to be more present because you come to from your work and you still do some work in your house. No, if your house, take care of your family. You stay there. I told her, yeah, you're right. She's right. When you're a business, take care of the business. But I'm in the house with my kids play, and sometimes, oh, I think the academy, I think this. No, this present. No, I think it's important. For the other side, when I'm here, I I can not worry about, oh, how's my kids? No, think what are you doing? What's the present? I think is the very important thing.
I think so too. And I think one of the, like, I never feel more present and when I train karate, because I can't think about anything else. And sometimes that's hard to take in the regular life, right? How have you worked with ego, Chinzo? Did you used to have a big ego, and how, or were you always in this mindset that ego is not that important?
I think ego, everybody has ego. One, one people has more, other people has less. The much more you have, like, because ego is to protect yourself. Even the little kids, for example, I have a kid like 2 years old. Oh, he wanna get something. If I take from him, he's gonna be mad. And sometimes when I give it to him, no, I don't want this anymore. So it's the ego. Oh, he doesn't want to give me to me because he said, no, now I'm here. Now I don't need this anymore. 2 years old, the kid 2 years old.
Wow.
The ego is protect yourself. But for the other side, if you have too much debt, you're not gonna be able, to be more natural. Be more natural, be yourself. Because all the time you think about, like, how I can satisfy the other guys that he look to me, and how can I satisfy the other guy that he's pay attention to me. I have to do this because I have to have a good car because everybody look at me. This is like a point of ego. And what I do every day, I do the meditation. Every day I spend like 20 minutes when I wake up. Every day I do that. But sometimes I feel I need more. I need to do more practice to make my ego more released and to be more natural than to be more like selfish.
Yeah. I mean, the hardest thing that I had when I competed in karate was that when you're in an environment with competitors, and sometimes you have to show that you're strong and tough, and it's almost like a ego fight all the time. And then the older I got, I realized that's not who I am. Like, what do you want to say to young athletes, business people that are in that environment where there's always that type of competition? How do you stay true to yourself and still thrive in that environment?
Yeah, I know it's not easy, no, but I think be what you are, I think is the key of to be more happy, or to be happy. Even in the business thing, in the things that you have to more competition, I think where you are is one point of make you have very success. It's not easy. I'm not telling this is easy because sometimes you need to show that you are not are. And but I think this is the first one of the things that you have to work is this: be natural, be where you are, and use the strategy, use the technique to achieve your goal. But try to be what like what you are, who you are. Try to be more natural, and the things come. Because in the fight's the same. If you have a lot of ego, the ego is so big, you're not gonna be able to do things that you'd be more natural. Sometimes behind the fight, you can do something. But when you're in the fight, you are a fight. If your ego is too big, you start judging. And judge is not good because you're not ready to act and react.
Yeah, I agree with you. I look at my best performances as an athlete and as a karateka. I did my best when I just let go. In the beginning, I was very tense. I had to win. But it was never it was never fun either. It was, maybe I won, but it wasn't fun. But the older I got, the more experience I realized if I just releasing, it's much more fun.
Once I compete in my state, it was in our state, the competition was in our state, but this is a national tournament. Me and the Oro, we are the same category, the same division. So once I fought in my hometown, I put in my mind, I don't know like how is that, oh, I cannot lose here.
Yeah.
Because when I go to the other state, I always win. You know? When I come to my hometown, how can I lose that? So I be so tense. You know? The first fight so tense. I won. The guy is not the good level, but I struggle to beat him. I go to the second fight, the same. I go the third fight, the same. And Yoro, he was winning his part there. In the other koto, he was winning. If he win and I win, we're gonna be in the final, me and him. And I was winning my part here, but with a struggle, not good technique. Sometimes is a shubui points, a two vazaris, like a 2 points. Now I get one, the guy get one, and I got one more, two. And it's a hard time to get the final, but I got the final. And Yoro got the final as well. When Yoro got the final and me got the final, in my mind, I say, okay, we are the same hometown. You are the same family. Even Yoro's win or I'm win, for me doesn't matter because we are the same family, we are the same dojo, we are the same state, you're the same hometown. People want to watch us, like who is the best, who's the best. So in that moment, I didn't care about who's gonna win. No, I'm gonna put my all technique, I put my all strategy, I put my all speed, everything. And I beat the Otto quickly. And the Otto, in the first preliminary fight, he beat everybody very easy because his mind doesn't care too much. He know I was scared, so I don't know how I get to the final, but I got that. And when I fought Lioro, I beat Lioro easily. So how I struggled to beat the other guys that the level is not so high, and I beat Lioro that Lioro is the level so high. How? Because the mind. When I put my ego, my ego, okay, doesn't matter. Lioro can beat me. We are the same family, but I'm gonna do my best. Yeah. And I did that, and I beat Yoro very quickly. Yoro was so mad. Why Chinzo beat me? Because I'm faster, and I put my own technique. Because I realized how the ego make the difference in the result. How I was so much relaxed, and the result is so different. No, because I released my mind. I put my mind like more relaxed, and I beat Yoro. And my father mentioned after that, "Oh, Shinzo, you so worried, no, before." Yeah, because I couldn't last, in our hometown. So yeah, and Yoro, he didn't have a problem with the other guys. He beat very quickly, but you beat Yoro very fast, because the ego. I don't want to show the weak point, or I cannot.
Yeah.
Tournament,
Thank you. That's a great lesson. Let go of the ego, be in the moment. I know you have a class coming up in 1 minute. So I just want to ask you the last thing, Chinzo. For people that are listening and watching this from all over the world, they have dreams. They want to create a happy life, become successful. What is the first step they can take right now to get a little bit closer?
Don't leave the line. Don't leave out the line. What does it mean? There is one line that you have to go to the supermarket. Especially now, you can see this a lot, right? In the pandemic, you see the line. Okay, 2 people go inside of the store. You guys stay. So the line sometimes is a huge line. And you one of the middle, maybe one of the last. If you're not gonna have a patient, you're gonna, oh, it's too much line, man. I don't wanna stay here. And you be all of the line. When you be all of the line, the supermarkets never gonna arrive for you because you'll be out of the line. You're not patient to stay, or maybe not patient, but you see that line is so big, doesn't worth to stay longer to get the supermarket at the moment. So when you have a goal, you have to see this goal worth for me. When you have that, okay, this goal work for me. This is my purpose of life. Okay, be in the line. Be in the line because work hard, training every day, or maybe not training, maybe the business, maybe something, but be there, train like a study, is like the same thing. Stay in the line, be patient, persistent, and you're gonna get the big result. But when you gave up, when you're gonna be out of the line, the goal is not gonna get for you. The guys behind you is gonna arrive first than you. Yeah. And you have to go again behind the line because you out of the line. So they're saying, our life, you have the goal. Our life is the line. When you be out of the line, oh, I gave up this, I don't do this. Or maybe you anxiety, too much anxious, no patience, no persistence, no do the hard work, not pay attention what you're doing. You're not, sometimes the goal is not, you really want to do that. Maybe you change your mind, you'll be out of the line. No problem about that. You can move out of the line, but you have to looking for another line to see what's your goal. When you go there, stay in that line. If you be out of the line, this is not your goal anymore. You go to the other one. So looking for what's your goal, what the purpose of the life. Be in the line, be persistent, training, study, do what you have to do. Keep the line all the time, and your time is gonna come. Your turn is gonna come. So I think this is my message today. It's very important to be persistent, to work like work in your goal, but be patient as well, because the result sometimes takes time. There is an example of the bamboo. You know bamboo, right? Japanese bamboo. Japanese bamboo, I don't know exactly how many years they start to grow. But if you put under the land, you just put water. Maybe 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years. There is a story of that. You not see anything. People are gonna say, "Oh, this guy is crazy," because this guy all the time put water in the land and not everything is growing, nothing. This guy water again, nothing. But I think after 4 or 5 years, the bamboo come from the land. Boom. When the bamboo comes from the land, and maybe couple weeks, they grow so fast. Maybe I think 6 or 8 weeks, they go for, I don't know, maybe 10 feet. How? How come? Because they germinate inside. They do there. They still there. But if you give up, you're not gonna come out. So you, for sure, I'm not talking about this. You have to persist like in one thing, not get a result. But if you see that's gonna get the result little by little, if you still have a result, you have to be patient because the big result comes to your life. For example, now I was watching the UFC. So there is one guy from our hometown. He's a Figueiredo. He won the title last Saturday. He became a champion. No? We trained together in Belém, in our hometown. He was like he was driver, the motorbicycle taxi in Brazil. He was like take care of the hair, people, but not made so much money. and start fighting at the age of 24 years old when he started fighting. You know? And after 8 years, 8 years after he started, 8 years, he became a champion with 20 fights, 19 victory, and one loss in the meanwhile in his career. But for sure, he struggled in some point of his journal. But if he gave up, he not become a champion last Saturday, right? Because he be out of the line, but he persisted. Some losses, one loss come to him, but he was like, I'm gonna fix that, I'm gonna do that. And small result come to him. Okay, you need to improve that. Oh, you won by split decision. Oh, you won by decision. Let's improve. In the last 3 fights, he knocked everybody out, and he won the fight because he's learning during this. In the meantime, you know, but he's still in the line. He's still in the line. And he get that. So now he had to get another goal to keep on track and to achieve his goal. I think this is not secret. I think this is the life. You need to persist. You need to persevere. And I think the results going to come to us.
I love that. Thank you so much, Chinzo. Stay the course, guys. Go after your dreams. Stay in the line and just keep moving forward. We are super grateful for you today, Chinzo. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. For me, always an honor. I remember I went to your office to do like a few years ago, maybe four years ago. You know? And I really love to talk to you and to share the story, to share a little bit my experience to all your people and yourself as well. Please, you always welcome to visit us to training. Now the academy is closed because this pandemic. You open and you open for 3 weeks, but the governor said, okay, you have to close again. Yeah. So all teams around here that's going to be indoor have to close for temporary until the further notice. But when everything is finished, this pandemic, please come here to train. If you ask, I saw you're a very good karate guy as well. You have like a very good techniques, and I appreciate that you share the match with you. Please, and for everybody, thank you so much for listening, and see you next time.
Thank you so much, Chinzo. And thank you everybody that are still here listening, watching. We are grateful, and we do this for you. Chinzo is a very busy guy. He's dedicated life to this, but he gave us an hour of his time. If you enjoy this message, take some action in your life and also share this with somebody that could be helped by this message. Check us out at ilovesuccess.co. We have over 200 of these amazing conversations with martial artists, UFC champions, 9/11 survivors, business owners, New York Times bestseller, you name it. We have talked to them and we're sharing their message. So thank you so much and talk to you soon.